ورحمة الله وبركاته. كل عام وحضراتكم بخير، رمضان كريم. أول يوم في رمضان نايتس السنة دي، رمضان نايتس 2024. للسنة الثالثة بفضل الله سبحانه وتعالى على التوالي بنقدم لكم رمضان نايتس، ومعانا نجوم تدريب المعلمين في مصر وفي الوطن العربي. النهارده معانا نجمة جديدة بالنسبة لكم، أول مرة تطلع معانا. هنتكلم عنها طبعا، بس قبل ما نتكلم عنها وقبل ما نتكلم عن اي حد وقبل ما نتكلم عن رمضان نايتس وقبل اي حاجه، لازم نتكلم عن الاهم، عن اهلنا في غزه، اهلنا في فلسطين. لازم دايما نفتكرهم، لازم دايما نتكلم عنهم، لازم دايما نساندهم بالطرق اللي نقدر نعملها، بالدعاء، بالمقاطعه، بالنشر عن القضيه طول الوقت على قد ما نقدر. ما ننساش ان دول ناس زيهم زينا بالظبط. كان عندهم بيوت جميله وعندهم حياه حلوه جدا وعندهم اطفال زي اطفالنا واحلى، وحالهم ووضعهم انتم شايفينه دلوقتي لمجرد ان هم بيدافعوا عن ارضهم وعن استقلال بلدهم المحتله. فكل ما نتمناه من ربنا سبحانه وتعالى وكل ما نطلبه في رمضان ان ربنا سبحانه وتعالى يرفع عنهم الغمه وان هو يحرر ارضهم وارضنا. وتاني هوصيكم خلوا اهلنا في فلسطين دايما دايما في بالكم. النهارده معانا مس انجي يحيى. هي انستراكتور في الاي اتش كايرو. in 2029 حصلت على شهاده التافل. تمام. currently pursuing a CELTA certification. بتدرس السلتا حاليا. هي واحده من الترينرز المميزين جدا 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 جدا. النهارده هتكلمنا عن teaching receptive skills. مس انجي، تقدري تفتحي الكاميرا وتدخلي عشان اعملك بن.
Hello.
Miss Engy.
How are you doing?
Happy to have you with us here this year.
It's my pleasure, wallahi.
Really happy. You're one of the best instructors I've seen, and I hope this session, inshallah, will be one of the best and remarkable sessions in our Ramadan Nights 2024. Now, the microphone is yours. You have 1 hour. Yes.
Mashallah. Okay, so first, thank you so much for your introduction, Mr. Muhammad. It's my pleasure to be with you today. Thank you so much. Actually, I hope it takes just 1 hour. ربنا يستر.
هقفل عليك.
Okay, so خليني أقول أول حاجة رمضان كريم عليكم وعلينا إن شاء الله. Happy gracious Ramadan. Today we will talk about how to teach receptive skills. So mainly this is Engy Yahia and I will be with you today's session. Okay. So let's start by asking you a question. So what's the difference between skills and systems? So as you know, guys, as English instructors, we teach skills and we teach systems. So what's the difference between skills and systems? Can any of you, if you know, you can just raise your hand. Okay, so Mr. Mamdouh, you can answer. Mr. Mamdouh, can you hear me well?
I think you need to unmute him.
Unmute yourself, Mr. Mamdouh. Okay, so Mr. Abanoub.
Miss Engy, I'm sorry for interrupting you, but they do not have the option to unmute themselves. You have to unmute them.
Okay. So I'm
okay,
sorry. Okay.
Now can you hear me?
Yeah, now yes.
Yeah. Can you hear me now?
Yes, we're hearing you very well.
Yeah. Of course, in English we have just 4 skills: listening, speaking, reading, and writing. We have no more 4 skills, but we have different systems in order to reach these skills, I think. Like vocabulary,
what, for example,
grammar.
What are the systems? Yes.
Grammar, vocabulary, other strategies to achieve these goals or these skills.
Interesting. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Mamdouh. So mainly, guys, the difference between skills and systems, as Mr. Mamdouh has just mentioned, skills, we have 4 skills. We have speaking, we have writing, reading, and listening. Systems, we have like grammar, we have vocab, functional language. Skills, guys, is something that, you know, like we know how to learn it. Like, for example, we know how to read, or we learn how to read, we learn how to listen, we learn how to write. But system, something we use to build the language. So, for example, we cannot learn how to grammar, right? But we can study grammar, we can study vocabulary, we can study functional language. So mainly this is the difference. So today we're going for skills. So skills are divided into 2 things. We have receptive skills and we have productive skills. So who knows the difference between them? I want you guys to participate. So raise your hand if you know. Okay, let's go for Miss Sora.
So, hello everyone. I hope you are doing great and Ramadan Kareem. May Allah accept all your good deeds. So, for the receptive skills, we have listening and reading, okay, in which you receive the language, you decode it and interpret and understand the text and stuff like that. And
Perfect.
for the productive skills, they are writing and speaking. And there is an input and output relationship between
Perfect.
receptive skills and productive skills.
Yes,
So
great
for
job.
example, if I'm not a good reader, if I'm not a good listener, so I cannot be a good writer or a good speaker.
Thank you.
Most welcome.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Ms. Sara. So mainly, as Ms. Sara has just mentioned, receptive skills are divided into 2 skills. We're having like the input skills, so reading and listening. So what about the output? So like the production we give. So in order to, for example, we listen to speak. So speaking is a productive skills. Okay, so we read to write. So writing is a productive skills. So mainly, guys, today we're focusing on receptive skills, which are listening and reading. Okay. So mainly, guys, I'm having a very small demo. Okay, and you will be acting as students. So actually, guys, because of time, I might like skip some stages. Okay, like we will not go through the stages like in depth, but I just want to show you like how we do the stages themselves. Okay, so I forgot something. We're having here some questions while I'm teaching you this context. It's a reading context. You're having here some questions. So I want you to, while observing me, answering these questions. Okay. So I want you to take a screenshot for these questions, please. So I think done. Let's start our demo. Okay, so Mr. Mohammed, is it available to unmute all of them or it will be noisy?
It's up to you.
I want them to participate.
Yeah, but unmuting 100% at the same time.
Yeah, it's a bit hard.
I'm a dictator, you know, so it's up to you. In my sessions, I'm a dictator. Everyone is muted unless those who I want them to unmute. But yeah, you can do whatever you want.
Okay, so I have another solution. You can participate with me as a student.
I can. Yeah, I am. Okay, I'm here.
Can you please?
Okay, of course.
Thank you so much. Appreciated. Okay, so hi.
You're talking to me? Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, Miss Engy. How are you?
I'm fine. Okay, so could you tell me what you're seeing right now?
I can see a fish and a man with a wound or something in his head.
Oh, so you don't know these movies?
Yeah, you asked me about the movies. I thought I should talk
Yes.
about the pictures. Yeah, I think this is Nemo or Finding Nemo.
Exactly, Nemo.
Like and the
do you
other
know
one
this
is
movie?
Abu Arabi.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so what's common between these two pictures or these two movies in general?
Memory?
Thank you so much. Exactly.
Yeah.
So, did they have good or bad memory?
A bad memory.
A bad memory. So, what about you? Do you have a good or a bad memory?
For a person in my age, I think it's okay. I'm doing fine.
You're young, Mr. Muhammad. Don't say that. So,
Yeah,
tell me, are you,
sorry?
alhamdulillah, are you good at remembering names as a famous person? I know that you're a very famous person, mashallah.
Oh,
Okay,
no.
your fans, when your fans stop you in any conference or something, and like they ask you, do you know me? Do you remember me? Do you remember my name? So, do you remember their names?
If it's a man, I say Habibi or Ya Ghali. Or if she's female, I just like that.
Ya ukhtar, ya ukhtar.
I don't remember names, unfortunately.
Okay, thank you so much. So mainly our topic today is about memory. So we're having here, let me show you. We're having here like 5 secrets about memory. So we are going to read these secrets, but like these secrets about memory. But before going through reading, like I have some words, I want to make sure that you know them. So you have 3 minutes. Okay, with these words, I want you to match them with the definitions or the meanings. Okay, alone or with your partner?
Counseling.
I'm still you're only in one student.
Imagine that we are two or more than two. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so you're doing it alone first.
Traditionally. Accurate.
Done?
For me, yes, done. Okay, let me try.
Okay, so first you should, as a student, share it with your partner, and then we share our answers together in the class. So, yeah, what do you think significantly?
I think it's something like C, correct and true in every detail.
It is not the correct answer. The correct answer mainly is B. Okay, so significantly, when something is significant, it's very important. Deal? So
Okay.
one more time, if something significant, is it important or not important?
Yeah, it sounds like important.
Yeah, and it's an adverb. Okay, so repeat after me, significantly.
Significantly.
Thank you so much. Number 2. Huh.
Extraordinary. Yeah, I know this one. I think it means very unusual or surprising.
Thank you so much. This is true. So extraordinary. When something is extraordinary, is it normal or abnormal, like unusual?
Yeah, it is unusual. It
Yeah,
is.
so repeat after me. Extraordinary.
Okay, extraordinary.
Thank you so much. So it is an adjective. So number 3.
Yeah, of course it's correct and true in every.
The last one.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. So accurate. It's an adjective. Again.
Accurate.
Thank you so much. So now let's go for the first task. So we're having, as I told you, 5 secrets about memory, and here we're having 4 comments. So I want you, Mr. Muhammad, to read so fast, in order to match every paragraph with each comment. So one more time, Mr. Muhammad.
I can't see.
Can you can do, Mr. Muhammad.
Can you find a younger student? Please, can you find a younger student? Please.
I'll give you some time, okay, for all of you guys, and I will be waiting for your answers on the chat.
Okay, because I really can't see.
So I just want you to answer my questions. Are you reading in details or so fast?
Now, so fast.
So thank you so much. How many comments we have?
4.
And how many paragraphs?
5.
Thank you so much. So there is an extra paragraph, okay? So 2 minutes, guys. I'm waiting for your answers. So fast, don't go for detailed information. Detailed information. Thank you for the answers. Okay, so guys, supposedly you're reading right now, and I'm waiting for your answers. As students, as students. Okay, 1 minute left. I need more answers, guys. I want you to participate. Well done, Yusra. Thank you. Thank you, Nusreen. Okay, so as a teacher in my class, supposedly because Mr. Muhammad left us his brain and he's coming back, so supposedly I ask you to share your answers together in pairs, every two together, and then I check the answers with you. So now, guys, I'm showing you the answers, so I want you to check them and see if they match your answers or not. Okay, these are the answers. So the second paragraph is the extra one. Now, guys, we are going to read one more time, but this time I want you to focus on the details in order to tell me which of these statements are true and which are false. For the false ones, I want you to correct them. So, in the chat box, guys, are you reading so fast or in details? Hmm. Perfectly. Thank you so much. In details. Perfect. Okay. And after reading, you are checking if which of these statements are true and which are wrong. How many minutes we have? You have 4 minutes. 4 minutes to do that task individually. Go ahead. Waiting for your answers on the chat box. One minute left. Sorry. I need more answers, guys. Hurry up. Okay, so in order to save time, guys, in my class, I give more time than this, but because like we just have 1 hour, so we can say time is up. And supposedly I should ask you to check your answers first with your partner in pairs, and then I show you the answers. So now, guys, I'm showing you the answers. I want you to check them and check if they match your answers or not. Okay. So, and like guys, let's mention this in the explanation. Okay, so now we have some questions, okay, about memory. So I will put you now in the breakout room with other two, we can say three partners, and I want you to discuss these questions together. So I want you to give full answers, and like by the end of the discussion, I want you to find three common answers between you and your partners. So one more time, guys. Okay, so are you going to write or speak? Hmm. Answer please on the chat box. Thank you so much. Speak. So, okay, are you going to give full answers or short answers? Full answers. Interesting. Thank you so much, Mustafa. Okay, so is it important to find common answers between you and your partners? Yes. Thank you so much. So now join your breakout room. Just a second. Sorry, guys, you can join now. Welcome back. Welcome back. So, okay. So I need one of you to raise his hand and participate with me in a question. Okay. So, Mr. Magdi,
Hello,
how are you doing?
I'm pretty fine.
Yeah. So tell me, what did you find in common between you and your partner?
Actually, I didn't get the chance to hear my partner's opinion, but she
Imagine,
started
huh?
she started mentioning Bakar's song,
Mhm.
bringing back memories of Ramadan,
Interesting.
and and I also shared the same memory with her. Yeah, Bakar brings back memories to me too.
Yeah, that was of like about your childhood, right? Your favorite
Exactly,
cartoon
yes.
in your childhood.
Exactly, yes.
Yeah, interesting. Thank you so much. So, Aya, Alimi?
Yes, hello.
Yes.
Okay, so
Mhm.
okay, we found something that was in common. It's like we both listen to music and it brings back memories. But for me, I used to listen to Tamil Hosni when I was young. For her, she used to listen to classical music, and then it changed. Like I used to, I'm listening now to classical music, and she doesn't. So maybe this is the
Mhm.
difference.
Mhm.
But for us both, music it brings back memories, and it's really like some events are more highlighted when you listen to one song maybe again and again. That's it.
Interesting. Thank you so much, Aya. Okay. So all of you guys really did great job. Okay. You spoke in a very amazing way in about memory and you gave full answers. However, I have like heard this sentence. So what do you think? Just a second. So, how can I correct this sentence? Is this sentence true? And how can I correct it? Raise. Okay, Sarah.
Okay, so the sentence says she don't like listening to music. And
Mhm,
here we don't have subject verb agreement because
mhm,
she is a third singular pronoun, so it's
mhm.
supposed to be she doesn't, not she don't.
Thank you so much. Great job.
Most
Thank you
welcome.
so much, sir. Okay, so that's all, guys, about the demo. So now let's get back to our training session. So do you remember the questions I asked you to observe me and answer? Okay, now I will give you some time to discuss them, okay, with your partners in the breakout rooms. You have 4 minutes to do so. Please, I want you all guys to participate. This part is very important. Please, guys, join the breakout rooms and discuss these questions with your partners. Welcome back. Okay, so Mr. Muhammad, I'm trying to close the breakout room, but he's given me, you've been assigned to breakout room number 3. So there's no other options.
What are you trying to do? I'm sorry.
I'm like trying to close the breakout rooms, but it
Okay.
just gives me one option to join the, breakout room number 3.
Because I think you left and came back. That's why you're not host now. Just give me a second.
Okay.
Miss Ma is going to make you a host now.
Thank you.
Okay, now I think you can control it.
I think we're all back. So welcome back, guys. Now let's share our answers together. So let's start with the first question. What did the teacher do? What did Engy do to generate interest in the topic? So I need new people. Huh? Raise your hand, guys, please. Korashi? Okay.
Hi.
Hi.
Actually, I was not there, but my friends in the room have helped me a lot. They told me that you showed them a picture and asked them to discuss together, and
Yes.
you demonstrated what they were supposed to do with Mr. Muhammad Ibrahim.
Yes, exactly.
Leading, if I'm right, I don't know.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mustafa. So what do you think? Why, did I do this stage? Why did I show students a photo from a movie, an Egyptian movie, and ask them some such questions?
I believe to generate their interest in the topic so they know what they're talking about later or what they're reading about later, just to get
Yeah.
smooth.
Is it something important or necessary?
I believe it's the most important thing whenever
Thank you.
starting a session.
Yes, exactly. So the first stage, guys, we start is the lead-in. And mainly the lead-in is for generating our students' interests, to make them more excited about the topic that we're talking about, or the context that you are going to provide to teach the language that you want to teach. So that was my first stage, from showing Mr. Muhammad 2 photos from 2 different Egyptian movies, and ask him some questions. So mainly, guys, the leading could be visual aids like a photo, a video, and also could be a game, could also be a short discussion. Ask them to based on their prior knowledge, ask them to discuss some questions in pairs or as a group. But take care, guys, here that the discussion shouldn't be that long. Okay. And something else here, like the lead in, we don't give, language feedback. We don't correct mistakes here. We just, we just generate ideas. We just want to make them excited about the topic. Okay. We don't want them to focus on this is not something to teach them from. We just want to make them more interested. So we just share with them the answers as content feedback, but we don't or we don't go for the language feedback. Okay, let's go for the second question. Did the teacher tell them about what they are going to read? So I need here someone to participate. Mr. Hussam?
Yes, I think you told us that we are going to read about memory.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
you
and
so
then you give us exact our specific tasks to read about.
So, Mr. Hussam, do you think that this stage is important? And if yes, why?
For me, I think we students can guess. And we sometimes we cannot tell them what is this topic about. They could guess it after reading the topic. Am
Okay.
I right or not?
You're right. So we're having like this stage is called set in the context. You know, like I make my students ready for what they are going to listen or what they are going to read. So that makes them understand the context easier. Okay. So mainly, guys, it could be by a task or also could be just orally. Like, guys, we're having a text is talking about memory or we're having like 5 secrets. We're having like some people sharing some like happy memories about their childhood. So we are going to listen to them and answer like such questions and so on. So this stage is called setting the context, and it doesn't take much time. It just takes like 1 minute. Like if it's a task, it just takes maximum 2 minutes. Okay, let's go for question number 3. What did the teacher do to make the text more accessible and easier? What do you think, guys? Huh? What did the teacher do to make the text more accessible and easier? Like, did I leave my students just go for reading, like not care about like if the context has, for example, hard vocabulary might block their understanding? So, Marwa?
Yes, the teacher give the students the meaning of some vocabulary that they are going to read in the text and give the meaning of this vocabulary to be familiar with the text when they are reading. Okay.
So tell me, Marwa, did I go for like a vocabulary lesson, like teaching 10 from 8 to like, for example, 10 or more than 10 vocabulary, or they were just, I think, 3 vocabulary?
No, just 3 vocabulary.
Why did I choose just these 3 vocabulary? What do you think?
Because I think they are keys in the text, and we, as a teacher, I'm not in need to give the students all the vocabulary of the lesson, because I have give them the chance to guess the meaning of some words from the context, etc.
Yeah. So thank you so much. So mainly, guys, here in this stage is called pre-teach vocabulary. Pre-teach vocabulary. We just go for like teaching the vocabulary that might block my students' understanding. So again, guys, like our main aim here is to let our students read or listen, not teach our students vocabulary. So here, this is not a vocabulary lesson. We just teach them the words that might make my students not understand the context very well. Okay, so another question, did I go like and teach these vocabulary in details as if it's like a lesson? Did I focus and guys repeat after me in a group orally, chorally, or blah blah blah, or I just went so fast with the 3 vocabulary? I didn't take any much time teaching these 3 vocabulary. I just want to make sure that all my students know the meanings of these words. And by the way, if you don't want to, drill the vocabulary, totally fine. Okay, I just care about the meaning of the words, not to block the understanding of the text when I ask them to read or listen. Okay, so let's go for question number 4. Did the teacher make the students read without a certain task? Okay, so, Nayira?
Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So actually, no. you just gave us some tasks, and this is as a purpose for reading. And actually, you give us the first one just here to reading fast, and also the next one as carefully. So this is just as a purpose for reading.
Thank you so much. So yeah, I asked you guys, the first task was to read so fast. So like we have many types of reading tasks. Okay, so we start first by reading for just, which is making my students read so fast, just getting the idea of the text. So why I make my students gain this skill? So everything has rationale. So the rationale behind teaching my students reading for just is, like we use it in on our daily basis. So for example, like for the people who for example, the newspaper, like I have a newspaper and I have an article and I don't want to read it in details. I just want to gain or to get the idea of the article. So yeah, I must know how to read fast, like to get the main idea, and that's it. I don't care about the details. So this skill, I teach it to my students. That's why I should mention in my instructions to read fast, not in details. Okay, and this skill is called reading for just. And also, guys, it's called skimming. So skimming, guys, when you skim the milk, the surface of the milk, like you remove the first layer of the milk, skimming. So you take it like this. So yeah, the same. Like we can call it reading for just or skimming. Okay, so skimming is to ask your students to read so fast. So let's go for the question number 5. Yeah, so mainly, guys, I gave them a task first, like reading for just, and then I gave them another task. So let me ask you a question here, guys. Can I give the students a text without a task? Is it possible? Like, is it okay? It's called Nuran, it's called scamming. Yeah, reading for just is called scamming. So yeah, is it okay to give my students a text without a task? Is it possible to happen? Is it something good? No, we should always give them a reason to read or listen. Thank you so much, Mr. Mustafa. Yeah, so task before text, highlighted, task before text. It's very important because mainly, guys, and always it happens in schools. So I give them a text and tell them read, okay? And after they read, I give them the task and I ask them to answer them. So my students forget, like, what did I read? Like, خلاص, I forgot. So they go back again to the context and read it one more time. Okay, so no, we never give a text without a task. So let's go for question number 5. How many reading tasks did the teacher assign? What are they? So I talked about the first one, but when I asked you to read so fast. What was the second task? Okay, so who can participate? Marwa Higazi. Go,
Yes,
Marwa.
the second task to read in detail. I think it's scanning the text.
Thank you so much.
Okay.
Would you like something, huh?
No, to read in detail in order to find an answer for a certain question.
Thank you so much. So, guys, breaking up the reading gradually makes my students understand the context better. So, I started by reading for just, and then we have another type, it's called reading for specific information. Actually, I didn't do it in my demo, but it's mainly for making my students read and search for specific information. It might be a date, it might be a number, or a name, not details, specific information. And also, it's a skill we teach our students or learners because we use it, on our daily basis. When, for example, like you're having like a passport, or boarding pass, I mean, or like for example the ticket, the flight ticket. It's not important to read all the ticket in order just to get the seat number or the gate number or whatever. So here we teach our learners how to, you know, like read so fast by your eyes just to get the specific information. So yeah, the third one was reading for details. And many guys, this is skill we teach our learners in order to read in details, like for example, like a context. Or sorry, a contract. If you, for example, going for signing a contract or something, so here you should focus very well on every and each detail. Okay, so yeah, here you should provide your students with a task or questions, make them read in details, search for the answers carefully. Okay, so yeah, mainly these are the three tasks we can do for reading or listening. Let's go for question number 6. Did all reading tasks have the same intensity of reading? I think we explained it very well. So let's go for the last one. How did the students reflect on the text at the end? So could you participate with me? How did the students reflect on the text at the end? We were talking about memory, right? So how did they do so after finishing reading 2 times or something? What happened? Huh. Guys, I want you to participate with me. I need new people. Radwa? Okay. Go, Radwa.
Yes, we as a teacher, I can make them do a free practice by speaking or writing. Like
Yeah,
what you
right?
did when you ask us to discuss together in groups or in breakout rooms, the memory. You give us questions to make us speak together in the breakout rooms, and you have observed us and give us feedback, and just you take notes and writing the sentences which are wrong without mentioning names. Just you try to discuss it with your students or with us as a students to find out the mistake without mentioning names, to motivate students that they can speak and they can make mistakes without feeling afraid.
Okay, thank you so much. Appreciated, Radwa. So mainly, guys, we have post-reading or listening, the following up activity, like the production. And we said before, productive skills, they are speaking or writing. So you provide your students by a speaking activity or a writing activity. What I've done here is a speaking activity. I made you speak about memory. Okay, so I showed you some questions and I asked you to discuss the questions as a group in the breakout rooms. And guys, please, in speaking activities, don't forget the communicative goal. So don't forget to ask them for something, make them speak, you know. So for example, if you just give them the questions and you tell them, guys, speak. So maybe some of them are bored or lazy to speak, you know. But when you give them something like we can say a teaser, like guys, by the end of the discussion, you should find common answers together. So they keep asking, they keep speaking and asking each other following up questions in order to find the common answers that as a teacher you are going to ask them about later. So don't forget the communicative goal. Your speaking activity should be provided with a communicative goal task. Okay. So, and you know, I was observing you taking notes, and after finishing here in the speaking activity, I provide you with the two feedback, the content feedback, which I have done with you. So guys, tell me how was the discussion. So tell me, Mustafa, what did you find in common between you and your partner? And so on. This is the content feedback. And then after finishing the language feedback, I started by praising you. So guys, you really did a great job talking about memory. You shared detailed answers, full answers. You found the common answers between you and your partners. Great job, perfect. And then I went for the correcting the mistakes. So I wrote them without mentioning names for sure, and then I asked you to correct them with me, and that's all. So yeah, that's all, guys. So let's revise so fast the stages. So I started by the lead in, and we said lead in is to generate your students' interests, to make them more excited and interested about the context or the text that you are going to use to make them listen or read. And then setting the context. So you make your students ready for the text. So you introduce it, or you can do it as an activity too. So, and then guys, there's a stage here, but I didn't do it in my demo. It's called production. It's an optional stage. Production mainly is to make your students guess what the text is about. So, for example, yeah, I show them, for example, some photos, and I ask them to guess these photos, like what like the context is about from the photos, you know. And then I ask them to read, for example, for just to make sure of their production or of this their guessing. So this stage also makes them more excited to read, to make sure of their prediction, and also it makes the understanding easier and better. But it's optional. If you don't do it, it's not wrong. Then, guys, I went for the pre-teach vocabulary, PTV. As I told you, it's not a vocabulary lesson. I just teach the words that might unblock the understanding of the text. Okay. Then I went for reading for just, and we also call it skimming. So I ask my students to read so fast just to get the main idea. Then yeah, this reading for specific information, I didn't do it, but as I told you, I make my students try to find specific information, as for example a number, a date, or a name. Okay. Then reading for details, scanning, and it takes from 5 to 7 minutes, okay, maximum. And here I ask my students, I provide them with a task, makes them read in details to find the answers, as I did, like true or false, and like correct the false sentences or the false statements. So I don't try here to make it harder, but I try to make them focus on every and each information in the text. And then the following up activity, as I told you, it might be speaking or writing. So I give students a chance to speak or write about the topic itself. And then I provide them with content and language feedback. So here, guys, also I divided them into reading or listening. So the like before reading or listening, we're having the lead in, the setting the context, production, and PTV. And then while reading or listening, so reading for just specific information, details, and then post reading or listening, which we call it following up. It could be writing or speaking. Yeah, so guys, again, I'm highlighting this because it's very important. Task before text. Don't provide your students a text without a task. So yeah, that's all, guys. Now I'm having some questions. Okay, so I want you to. This is an exit text. Sorry, text. Ticket. So you will not get out of this room unless you discuss these questions with your partner. So now I'm putting you in the breakout room again. You have 4 minutes to discuss these 3 points. Yes, sir. Are you having a question?
Yes, Miss Engy, yes, I have a question.
No, I don't have any question. Thank you so much.
I have a question.
Good to lower my hand.
Yeah, tell me, Radwa.
Yes, I don't understand how can I do it that I should, you have said that I have to give them a certain task to make them
Yes.
read. Okay.
Yes.
So again, how can I do it in the classroom? So there is a title for the reading and I can discuss it with them and then reteaching blocking vocabulary. And then I ask them to answer the questions of any of the task, whether is it true or false or filling gaps. And that's it, without making them read the text.
Did I give you did I give you a task without making you read? Or I give you every time I give you a task, I give you some time to read. Like for example, the first time reading for just okay, the comments. Do you remember the comments, the 5 comments?
Yes.
I told you you have here 5 comments and you have 4 comments and 5 paragraphs. Read and match them together. So now I told you read, but I provided the task before the reading time. Type number the second time, the like true or false sentences. I told you what. So we have here some sentences. So here I'm giving you the task first. We're having here some sentences, true or false. So now read and tell me which of them are true, which of them are false. So here I gave you enough time, to read in order to answer the questions. So yeah, you just give the task and then give them time to read or listen.
Okay, so this means that I make them read without throughout answering the tasks, whether it's
to answer the task. To answer the task, they to answer the task. Yes.
Okay, so do I have to make them read the task itself before they go to answer it?
Yeah, why not? Exactly. Yes, why not? If the task, for example, is like a bit complicated, includes like many statements or something, yeah, let them give them time to read the task first, and then like for example the comments. So guys, read the comments. Now I want you to match the comments with the read the paragraphs or the context and match the comments with the paragraphs. Why not?
Okay, the final question. What's about, do I have to show them the task, or do I have to show it them in a projector or on a whiteboard? Because there is a trend, or there is a school says that we shouldn't make them open the book and read the task, because this makes them get confused. So I have to,
when given instructions, you give instructions, then you show them the task. Then
yes, you mean yes. When I give them the instructions without opening the book. This is what you mean.
Yeah, why not? Yeah.
Yes. Without yes.
Exactly. This is classroom management somehow. So if you ask them to open the page and look at the task, they will not be focused with you on the instructions that you're given. So yeah, you give instructions first and then you ask them to open the book.
Yes.
To see the task. Yes.
Okay, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Okay. Kindly recommend for us some books or references to read more about teaching reading or receptive skills. I know that you mean that by reading, that's what we apply for listening.
Yeah.
Okay.
So actually, I will tell Mr. Muhammad, and Mr. Muhammad will send everything on the Telegram group. So yes, stay tuned.
So okay, you can send us references to read more about how to teach reading in the classroom.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, thank you very much, Ms. Engy. Thank you.
Welcome. So, okay, so before questions, please, we need to share first your. I want to listen from your perspectives about these points. So I changed my attitude about. I need you to participate, guys. You didn't change anything? Okay, Mr. Hussein.
Okay, first of all, thanks a lot.
Welcome.
I really was engaged in the intro with the pictures and the comparison with pictures and the movies with the fish and the guy. It was really
Yes.
fantastic for me, and
Sure.
it was beneficial for me. And sorry if I ask you, I'm confused a little between reading for details and reading for specifics information, and which of them is scanning? Scanning is for details or specific
It's
information?
details. Scanning is details, and details like like not specific information, not a number, not a name, like not a word. Information like, for example, here my task was correct the statement, the whole statement, a sentence, details.
Yes.
Okay, I might
Yes.
ask
Okay.
for reasons, for example. Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, details, like details, reasons, for example, or something
Okay.
like
Okay. I got it.
information, a word, a number, a date, something like this.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I got it. Thanks.
Welcome. Okay. A concept has been changed about teaching receptive skills. So I need someone to participate with me here. Noura. Noura?
Yeah, first of all, thank you so much.
Welcome.
And then I like that when you highlight the rationale
Yeah,
that you talked
thank
about
you.
here, that we need to have a reason behind everything that we are doing inside the class, and this is very, very important. Then when you talked about the part
And
in
let me, I'm sorry for stopping you here, and it's gonna be so good to share this with your students as well. Making your students know like the rationale behind everything that you're teaching, like makes everything
the
easier.
weapon, you mean, right?
Yes.
Yeah, actually, I sometimes I have a problem with this. Can I say that now we for example, if I am teaching a present perfect, so I can say after I'm doing the CCQs, I can say now we know how to use the present perfect. This is the weapon. It would be good.
I didn't get the question.
Okay, after I finish reading, sorry, a grammar lesson.
Okay.
Did I say now we know how to use the present perfect? Is this be a good weapon?
A good what?
Weapon.
Weapon. Wait, what do you mean? Could you
Weapon, what the students get?
You mean you tell them the rationale behind teaching them the present perfect?
Yeah.
Okay, so why not? But I think you do this in the explanation stage. Grammar is a bit different.
Yeah, okay. And something else that when you talked about communicative goal in the post reading,
Yeah.
this is important because sometimes, yes, the task seems a little bit boring, maybe, or uninteresting to students.
For some students, yeah.
Yes, so when I put a communicative goal like debate with each other and tell me one answer for both of you, or maybe tell me something in common between you. This is will make the task rich, I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing this. Okay, something that I will implement in my future lessons. Participants.
Task before
Radwa?
text.
Okay.
Yes, task before text.
Yes. Okay. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you so much for attending. So yeah, if you have any questions.
Yes. When we pre-teach some vocab before reading, can we use eliciting like that? We give them this task to match the word with its definition. Okay, but now we give them the form and the meaning, but the pronunciation will be at the end. I know that we should give them the meaning, then pronunciation, then form.
Exactly. Look here, as I told you, I didn't focus on the stages of teaching vocabulary. I just wanted to like do it so fast. That's why I wrote like if it's a vocabulary lesson, I shouldn't have written the parts of speech beside every and each word. I should first like explain it and then tell you if it's a noun or an adjective or not. Okay, so I didn't follow the vocabulary how to teach vocabulary stages. As I told you here, I just wanted to unblock the understanding of every and each one. It's like something extra from me, tell like making you know the pronunciation of every and each word. You know, if you don't want, even if you don't want to make the pronunciation stage, skip it. Okay, again, I just my like what I care here is unblocking the understanding of the text. That's all. You know, guys, if your text, for example, has some words, even you see them as a little bit hard, but they will not unblock the understanding when the students read the context, don't teach them.
Okay, so you want to say that this technique is suitable for reading, but not suitable for vocab lesson.
Exactly. Yes, exactly.
Okay, amazing.
Okay. Thank you so much, guys, for your time. Thank you so much, Mr. Muhammad, for hosting me today.
Thanks a lot for being our
Really
guest.
a pleasure, wallahi.
Thank you. I really enjoyed the session. You're amazing. You're very active. Very active. ما شاء الله يعني. اللهم لا حسد. It was interesting. It was wonderful. You did a great job. We learned a lot from your session, يا Miss Engy. And I hope, inshallah, you will be with us every year in Ramadan nights. يا جماعة إن شاء الله الاسم ده هتسمعوه قريب جدا كتير إن شاء الله يعني Miss Engy. هتسمعوا الاسم ده كتير في التيتشر تريننج. باذن الله يعني هتبقى نجمه من نجوم التيتشر تريننج قريب جدا. او يعني اول مره احضر لها حاجه كامله. ما شاء الله عليها، ما شاء الله والله، مش عشان هي ضيفتنا ولا حاجه ولا احنا لازم نقول لها كلام كويس. هي فعلا السيشن كانت ممتازه. والحضور باين يعني وتفاعل الناس. يعني اهم حاجه انا كشخص بتهمني في السيشن ان تكون الناس متفاعله، بحيث الناس استفادت وشاركت، مش بس كده ليكتشرنج بتاع زمان. فالف الف شكر ليك يا مس انجي.
ربنا يستخدمنا جميعا ان شاء الله باذن الله. Thank you so much for your time and for hosting me. Thank you.
You're welcome. طيب هقول لكم يا جماعه كل التفاصيل. can you stop sharing يا مس؟ يعني if people are still scanning، عشان بس انا هتكلم على سيشن بكره باذن الله. بكره معانا البروف. عارفين مين البروف؟ طبعا تامر الدمرداش. كيف تصبح معلما خبيرا في مايكروسوفت. الحاجات دي انتوا بتحبوها جدا، والحاجات دي معظمنا محتاجها جدا الايام دي عشان الشغل الاونلاين الموجود، وعشان نتعلم ازاي نتعامل مع التكنولوجي. فتامر دمرداش يعني من افضل الناس اللي موجودين اللي ممكن يتكلموا في الموضوع ده. بكره ميعادنا ان شاء الله الساعه 1 سوري 1 ايه، الساعه 11 بتوقيت مصر، 12 بتوقيت السعوديه. هنبعت لكم بعد شويه البوست عاملينه المس انجي. تكتبوا لنا كده في فيدباك، يعني هبعت لكم لينك في جروب التليجرام. تكتبوا رايكم في السيشن، تدخلوا بقى على البوست عندي على الفيسبوك. تكتبوا الفيدباك بتاعكم على السيشن بتاعت مس انجي. نورتنا النهارده. ما فيش لا الصبح يا جماعه، احنا موعدنا 11 بالليل يوميا. احنا عندنا بفضل الله عندنا ضيوف من النهارده لحد 17 رمضان كل يوم. اسامي كبيره انتوا شفتوها في الجروب. الجدول موجود، والبوستر اللي فيه ناس موجود، وهننزل لكم نحط لكم الجدول مره ثانيه عشان يمكن اللي دخل ما يشوفش القديم، مش عارف تليجرام نظامه زي واتساب ولا ايه. المهم بكره تعالوا بدري، بكره تعالوا بدري، الحقوا مكان. يلا السلام عليكم، تصبحوا على خير.
رعاية الله.